Okay, the time has come to make some butter out of the cream from our new heifer. Now we've left this cream setting out for 2 days at room temperature. Cream has got to sour a little bit if it's going to churn into butter. Some people try it with fresh cream. It just don't work as good. You get good thick cream like that, that's ready to churn. So let's go into our churn jar here. The heifer, of course, she's the one we've been talking about in the videos on how to train a cow to milk by hand the first time. She's an Angus Holstein cross, so not a lot of cream in her milk, especially not on the first calf. Hopefully we'll be adding some Jersey cream in the near future, but here we go. Now this cream is at room temperature. We're going to spin it through here for a bit, and if it doesn't start making within 5 minutes or so of the churning, we're going to add a little bit of hot water. That increases the temperature on the cream, and it'll make the butter form a lot faster. Okay, now we're a couple of minutes into the churning. As you can see, up on the glass here, the little globules of butter are starting to form and come together. Still a ways away from actual butter, but the cream is coming together. It starts forming up on the sides like that. We did add a little bit of warm water. That brings it along a bit faster. Making progress. Okay, so here we are, about 4 or 5 minutes into the milking. The butter, as you can see, it's forming here. We got a fair amount of butter down in the top of the jar. We're going to continue turning it now, and that will help to collect the butter better. There's still loose globules of the butter fat through the milk that haven't come together yet. When it gets to this point, don't turn it hard. You don't want to whip the butter. You want to just slowly turn it, and that'll keep it collecting together.
If you come around here, you can see.
You can get a good picture here. You see the butter working around there. We're going to turn it a little bit faster than that. Just not a heavy churn at this point. Let it keep collecting, coming together. As you can see in the bottom of the jar, I think we can focus in here. We'll just stop the churn for a second. You see the butter level to about here. Now this down here is the buttermilk, and I've never been a fan of drinking it myself. We do use it some in cooking. Some of the older folks around here, they love that stuff. It's not the I guess it's an acquired taste, but we have butter successfully. Okay, so there we have it. We've drawn the butter all together. There's quite a lot of cream, buttermilk in just buttermilk, not cream now. A lot of buttermilk in the butter itself. So now the next step is to work that buttermilk out. So what we've got here, this is a wooden butter bowl. It was carved by my grandfather from a yellow birch log. There's the butter ladle. My grandfather carved that out early 1900s. Still in use. So what we're going to do, we've soaked the butter bowl in hot water. And we're going to spoon all of the butter out of the churn now. And we lost it. Now if we use a colander, we can separate the rest of what's in the churn. So what we've got here now is mostly just pure old buttermilk. So now the next step in the process will be to use a little bit of warm water in the bowl and just keep working the butter with the ladle here. The ladle was carved out. It's where a limb come off of the tree that the bowl was carved from. Gives it a natural curve. But we'll take that and keep working the butter, work some hot water through it, and when it's worked out to the point that you don't see any more buttermilk squeezing out of the butter, then it's ready for use. At that point it'll be salted, and we're away to the races with fresh butter. Okay, so this is the process for washing the butter. We get a little bit of hot water into it. Just keep working the butter around. And we just, this little groove that was cut in the handle of the tray, we just work the hot water and the buttermilk out of it. It's quite white butter. If there was Jersey's cream in this, we've just the Holstein Angus cross heifer. Her cream is the only one. This is actually only 2 days cream from her, so I'm surprised that it turned out as much butter as what it did. But if there was Jersey cream in this, it would be a lot richer yellow color. But we just keep working this around. Just keep getting that buttermilk out of there. We might actually have to cool this where it's quite thin. We might have to cool this before we work it. Much more than what we are now.